So you're here because you want some help deciding on where you should move to in Castle Rock, or you want to see what Castle Rock looks like. Well, I'm so glad you found this video because that's exactly what we're going over today. I am hopping in the car and I am going to show you Castle Rock, Colorado, along with 4 of the major parts or major neighborhoods or areas that Castle Rock offers. So first, I'm gonna show you a map so you can see the areas that I'm talking about, along with the 4 kind of major areas of Castle Rock, and then we're gonna hop in the car and show you what it looks like in person. Now, I should also tell you, I'm Kathy Hansen. I'm a local area realtor and I'm also a suburban mom. So if you need help with any real estate needs here in the Denver metro area, I would love to be that resource for you. Now, here's all my contact information, and it will also be in the details section and the comment section below. So we're gonna head over to the map right now, and you're gonna see, 1, how big Castle Rock is geographically, and 2, you're gonna see the funky boundary lines. Castle Rock probably has the funkiest boundary lines of any city here in the Denver metro area. Let's go take a look.
Castle Rock covers 35 square miles, and it has a population of about 84,000 people, but they are projected to have about 140,000 once maximum build out is complete. Now, there is tons of building going on in Castle Rock right now, and there will be well into the future as well. So you can see here on the map, Castle Rock it's about 25 miles south from downtown Denver. That's from the northernmost part of Castle Rock. And there's basically 2 ways to get to downtown Denver. So first, you can go up I-25, which is our main thoroughfare that runs through the entire state, or you can take Santa Fe, which will take you from the west side of Castle Rock right up into downtown Denver. So I'm also going to divide Castle Rock into 4 areas. You have the terrain on the east side of I-25. You have the Meadows on the west side of I-25. You have downtown Castle Rock, which is right about here. And then you have Castle Valley, which also sits kind of right about here. Now, there's tons of different neighborhoods throughout the city, but most people say they live in the Meadows or they live in the terrain, which used to mean which side of the highway that people lived on, because that's kind of all it used to be, other than some of the older parts. But now we have Crystal Valley. And there is also all of that area surrounding downtown, which has been there for a while. That's where most of the older homes sit. So now that you know where Castle Rock is and you're a little bit familiar with the layouts, let's hop into the car and go take a look. Our first stop is the Meadows. Again, this is the area that's on the west side of I-25. Now, this area really started to be built in the mid-2000s, like 2005 and 2006. You can find some older homes in the Meadows, but most of the Meadows was built between 2005 and now. So it's a newer area. Now, for housing, there are all different kinds, from your traditional tract homes, which you're going to see a lot of, to the modern 3-story homes that have garages in the back. Now, there's also some awesome duplexes that feel like they're single-family homes. And then there's townhomes. But the one thing that is lacking here are condos. Honestly, there are just very few condo complexes in the Meadows. Now, the average single-family home selling price as of today in January 2024 in the Meadows is around $615,000. Some of the highlights of living in the Meadows is the HOA run amenities, like this outdoor pool here at the Grange. Now, it's closed because I'm filming this in winter, but you can see it's got a really big slide. It's kind of a cool place. Kids love it here. And I'm also going to drive by some of the houses that are really close to the Grange. They back to open space, or you can see they back right to the pool area. But some of the other amenities in the Meadows, well, it includes like live music in the park. They have food truck frenzies, pumpkin fest, holidays in the Meadows. They do book exchanges at the Grange. They have blood drives, farmers markets, wine fest, just to name a few of the fun things going on. So even though this is a really big area, they really try to make it feel small with all of the community activities and amenities. The second thing that is attractive to the Meadows, and really all of Castle Rock, is the outlet shopping mall. Now, there are only like 4 outlet malls in the entire state, and one of them is right here in Castle Rock. So that's kind of cool. Now, this is a big one, and it has lots of different shops like Nike, Michael Kors, PacSun, The North Face, Vera Bradley, Yankee Candle Company, and Taylor, just to give you an idea. You're going to see some as I'm driving by too. But you can see it's huge and there's tons of shopping here. Now, right outside of this outlet mall, though, there are also tons of other shops like Michael's, Ulta, TJ Maxx, Sam's Club, Hobby Lobby, Whole Foods is here. So you name it, it is here in Castle Rock. About the only shopping that Castle Rock doesn't have is a Costco, but you can go to the one in Parker or Lone Tree, which aren't that far away. And lastly, in the Meadows area is the only hospital in Castle Rock. Now, there are other medical facilities and urgent cares, but this is the only true hospital with a 24-hour ER in Castle Rock, and it's located right here in the Meadows. Now, the second area we're going to go look at is the downtown Castle Rock area. Castle Rock has a super cute, walkable downtown area, and not all of the cities in the Denver metro area have these quintessential downtown areas. Now, there's lots of restaurants, there's boutique shops, there's antique shops, coffee shops, mom and pop places. It's just a super cool place to come and hang out for the day or for a night out. Now, they've been updating and revitalizing parts of the downtown area for a few years now. And here in downtown, well, they have car shows, Oktoberfest, they have horse-drawn carriage rides around the holidays, and then they have the annual lighting of the Castle Rock Star, which is a pretty big event around here. Now, the star is lit right before Thanksgiving, and it stays lit each night through the National Western Stock Show, which ends the end of January. And it's tradition here in Denver to keep your Christmas lights up until after that stock show. So if you see lights up in January, it's not because people are lazy, it's that they are keeping with tradition. It started as a way to welcome the hundreds of thousands of people that come to Denver, and these lights make it look festive for their arrival. Now, the houses surrounding the downtown area are typically older homes, but there are some really cool condos right in the downtown area as well. Now, these condos range in the $600,000 range up to above $1 million, just depending on the size and the floor that they're on and the views that they get. But the building has some cool amenities like a fitness center and a hot tub, and it's all new because I think it was complete in like 2021, and it's right in downtown, as you can see. For the single family homes, the average selling price is around $695,000, but I think that might be a little skewed due to some higher priced homes that recently sold. But you get the idea, you get the picture. Now, what makes this area attractive other than the downtown area is that most of the homes do not have an HOA, and there is tons of character in these homes, and it's not really a tract home community like much of Castle Rock. Okay, so moving on to the east side of I-25, we are in the Terrain right now, and this is where a lot of new construction is happening. There are several different builders out here, and most of the building began, I would say, in about 2017 and beyond. Now, there's a small area that was built in 2005, 2006, and some one-off homes that have been here for a while. But most of the Terrain is a newer community, and it's mostly a tract home community, as you can tell. Now, there isn't a lot of shopping out here yet, but it will come with all of these houses. Well, it has to. There is a grocery store, though, and there is shopping on the east side of I-25, but it's closer to the highway. It's kind of right across the highway from the outlet mall, and it's about, I would say, a 10 to 15 minute drive from the Terrain, maybe a little bit shorter. Now, there is an HOA in the Terrain of about $245 per quarter, and you get nice outdoor pools, you get parks, trails, and a dog park, and they have all of the activities for the holidays. They have swim team, they have food trucks, music in the park, that kind of thing. There is lots of opportunity out here in the Terrain since there's so much building still left to do. Now, the average price home in the Terrain is $746,000. And there are a few townhomes or duplex communities here as well, and those go in about the mid $500,000 range. There aren't any condo complexes in the Terrain that I know of. It's mostly a single family home, tract home community. Now, the last area we're in is Crystal Valley Community. Now, this used to feel like it was so far out there, but it's really not. You do need to drive though, and depending on where you live in the community, to get to the grocery store, it could take you 10 or 20 minutes to get there. So if you want to feel like you aren't right in the big city, then Crystal Valley or the Terrain might be a good choice for you. Now, Crystal Valley is under construction, and it has lots of building taking place here too, with several different builders. It's a master plan community, so you have the community HOA with all of the amenities like the pools, the fitness center, the parks, the clubhouse, and it's all right there in the neighborhood. Plus, they have all the activities, the clubs, and the events. Now, there is no schools right here in Crystal Valley yet, but I'm sure they're coming as this area is growing tremendously. The average price home for a single family home is around $630,000. Now, there are no condos or townhomes in this community directly, but there are some close by. They just aren't considered Crystal Valley. So there you have it, a whole driving tour of Castle Rock. Now, there's lots more to the city than some of what I showed you, but I showed you a good portion of it. And I hope you enjoyed it and got to see what Castle Rock really looks like. Now, I'm sorry it wasn't super sunny this day. It was about 20 degrees outside, so it was rather cold, but you get the idea, you get the picture. So once again, I am Kathy Hansen. I'm a local area realtor. I'm also a suburban mom. And if I can help with any real estate needs or answer any questions, please use me as a resource. All of my contact information is here. Plus you can find it in the details section and the comment section below. And if you want more information about living in Castle Rock, well, I did a whole video and I'm going to post it right here, a whole video on the 6 things you should know about Castle Rock. So go ahead and check it out there, and I will see you over on this next video.